When it comes to brand deals or building any relationships with a music brand or otherwise, is it happening for you through social media? What are ways that you're connecting with brands these days?
If you want to get brand deals, make content that brands want to buy and then insert their brand into. It's that simple. So that's how they find me. I'm pretty sure close to 100% of the time. With Fender, actually, I got introduced through a friend, and that more started out as an organic kind of artist relationship where they sent me a guitar and got to know people, went to events, things like that. But as far as just brand deals, it's all about making content that brands want to buy. I'll talk numbers because I yesterday saw a TikTok from Wisdom K about how much he earns, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it's like he has about 7 million followers and gets paid about 100,000 per post. Reverse that math and apply it to yourself. It's that simple. There are a lot of people now who are being public about how much they make, especially the creators at the top. And all you really got to do is divide it. And I did that math with my following, and it's about where it should be. A little lower because I'm very unique in what I do, right? So I can charge higher rates. I've been doing it for quite a bit longer. I started doing brand deals before TikTok existed. So for that reason, my rates are a bit higher. But I'd say start there. Or if you don't have a massive following, I'd say try at least $50 to start. You know, if you got under 10K, try at least 50. Next time ask for 100, 150. That's what I did. I think the first deal I did, it was like around 50 a post for like 5 posts. It was awful. I felt very ripped off for my time, but I learned to scale from there. You got to start somewhere.
Really smart advice, because after a few sort of underpaid moments, it's definitely time to take advantage of what influencer rates are. Mm-hmm. Even if you're a musician posting online, if you have a following, you are an influencer of some kind. And I just think that's great advice.
Yeah, and I love that you pointed out, you said if you're a musician with a following, you're still an influencer and should take advantage of influencer rates. That's very true. What tends to happen is if you're priced out of one campaign, if you price them out, they'll come back around. Like, they do respect it. As long as you are a great communicator and your work's good, totally. It is really important, though, to build up your portfolio and build up both your amount of content that brands want to see and also brand collab content. Because the other thing is, they need to, one, see a piece of content that they want to purchase. They also need to know that you can do brand collabs. And the biggest advice I can give, it's made a huge difference for me, put it in your bio. Put open for collabs in your bio. It's made a huge difference for me. And the other thing is a track record. I have all my collabs pinned. I even have a page on my website for it. And I don't know any musician who has a brand collab page on their website. And that sort of thing is great evidence that you're a safe person to hire and that you're a safe investment, which again allows you to charge more.
And what do you say for musicians who are, I guess, hesitant?
In my experience, there's 2 types of musicians I meet when it comes to their philosophies or ideas around doing sponsored content. One is people who are stoked and who are like, what can I do? And then another category who's like, man, that money sure looks good, but I don't think I have the mental space for it. If you're fly on a boss and you're running through Chipotle anyway, you better be taking brand deals, right? You know, and for me, I'm kind of on this edge. I am very much in alternative spaces. I work with Fever 333, but I know this is where my income comes from. So I'm really mindful of that as I'm working through my content. It's getting connected with people and being able to make money. And so to the extent that I can do that, I'm good. I totally don't think it's for everybody, but if you're on the fence, I think the dollar amounts should speak for themselves in terms of how that will let you fund your work on period. Like, I'm so grateful that if a record label ever does come to me, it's going to be a good deal.
And you'll make sure of it.
Because I don't, when I hear about $20,000, $10,000 for a record, now you know.
For a song?
Now, yeah.
One song of the record.
Yeah, for one song, then we can maybe talk. But even then, right, because the numbers I've seen with social media make $10,000 not as much something I need to jump at, right? I wouldn't be going necessarily because I need that $10,000 to make my music, right?
Yep.
I may not have an extra $10,000 to make my music, but I do have a strong and consistent income in an area that pays quite a bit so that I won't be swayed by money. I'm able to self-fund ultimately. I'm able to self-fund in a way that is really fun also. The more I am working with brands, the more they come to me for me, and the more I'm able to just make the kind of content I make anyway and get paid for it. And that's the dream, right? I can go on about this topic forever. Beyonce is one of my favorite examples of someone who makes quite a bit of sponsored content, but it's all in service of her brand. She said, Levi's, I will do you the favor of being in your ads and you giving me wild amounts of money. Wild amount. I don't know how much, but it has to be just unearthly gobs of money. And she's like, yes, you're welcome, Levi's, right? And in service of her brand, this whole Western thing she has going on. And I'm sure they're outfitting everyone like, that's what we want to be doing, right? Make them pay us for our self-expression.
Every single person with a platform online is considered an influencer of some kind. Take advantage of it. Outside of brand deals, what is your current either schedule or philosophy with keeping your accounts up to date?
Great question. I recently had a chat with my manager. My goal is to get to 3 times a week. On Instagram, what they say is you want to be posting 3 to 5 reels a week and 1 or 2 carousels. And I do believe that is true for me because of my live performance schedule and also working on my original music. It's just not possible for me to maintain my quality standard. Yeah. One of the great things about when you first start out is you don't have to have a quality standard. So please don't use that as an excuse. That's the thing I find obnoxious. It's like, well, it needs to be. No, it doesn't. You don't have a standard. Start anywhere. Like if you scroll down my feed, like there's some ugly, embarrassing things that I leave up. Like I really do some ugly posts because that's what I needed to do. I needed to get those out. And now I have a really strong track record. I borderline have a formula. Because of that, it's like I know what to do and I just need time to do that stuff. I'm trying to do every other post bass, just jam, enjoy the music, and every other one being something a little different, whether that's a recap or photos or something like that. Instagram allows you to build a real community, and that's what you want for music. You're not going to build a music career off of a bunch of people streaming your song one time. Like you're going to build a career off a specific group streaming your songs a bunch of times, and then those people coming to your shows and buying your merch and supporting you and maybe buying your bass course or buying your bass, right? Like that's the real community. And so Instagram is just a superior platform for that than TikTok. Whenever I start on a new platform, I always start with like the couple that I knew do really well, because that way it gives me a barometer of what to expect, because I've seen, this do well on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I started off posting my best performing bass content on Threads. I made a challenge. I said, I'm only going to post threads that are text. I'll post if I make a new video, I'll post it to Threads. Like if I do a new post, I'll post it to Threads because I try to post things to all the platforms. But my regular 5 threads a day, just text. And it's been so cool. And now some of my highest, best performing threads are text only. And people are connecting to me because of other parts of who I am. On Threads, I have so many of my opinions, just my opinions and my words that I've shared, that like my top one is 50,000 likes, which is like if I got that on Instagram, I'd be 50,000 likes, and it's a political take. And so that's just been so great for me as an artist to expand my own palette and my own self-definition.